Lastly, for the eyebrow piece, I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly... I never know what these shades are called. What is this called? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel On the Mauve. My name is Faye Marie. In this tutorial, I decided to do a full face of Fenty Beauty to create this really fun copper eye and mauve lip. If you guys like this look and want to create it at home, keep on watching, and as always, make sure to subscribe. I'm going to start off by taking my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation Primer. I usually take about 2 drops and then just spread this evenly through my face. Next, I'm going to take the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation. I'm the shade 240, and then I'm just going to spread this evenly through my face using a stippling brush. I usually do about 4 to 5 pumps, depending on the coverage that I want that day. And then I just use a brush to help it spread across the face. I do find that this foundation dries quicker than some of my other ones, so I always like to spread it evenly before I go in with a beauty blender. And now I'm just gonna begin to distribute the product and really work it into my face using a beauty blender. For concealer, I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Born This Way Sculpting Concealer in the shade Light Beige. I've been using this one a lot, but it's just really something that I've been liking a lot lately. So we're just gonna go in with this one again today. And I'm just really covering my dark circles, any redness I have on my chin, and then using it to highlight the bridge of my nose. I always seem to have some redness near my nose, so I always apply it there as well. Now going in with a different beauty blender, we're just gonna blend that out. And now going in with a different beauty blender and my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, I'm just gonna set that concealer. At this point, you can go in and contour your nose a little bit with the translucent setting powder. I usually do, but we're gonna go back in with bronzer later on to finish that off. While that's baking, I'm gonna go in and start on my eyebrows, and today I'm gonna be taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer in the shade Medium Brown. This is definitely my go-to eyebrow product. So what I typically do first, I just brush my eyebrow hairs upward, and then I like to start on the bottom of my eyebrow. With soft strokes, I kind of build that line, and then I brush the hair down and do the same thing at the top. And then I'm gonna go into the eyebrow and fill in any gaps, but again, I don't want to make it too dark, so I'm just really gonna focus on areas that need filling. So I just like to take a little bit on the back of my hand. I really don't even need that much, but... And then a stiff angled brush. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that concealer, and then we're just gonna follow that natural line under the eyebrow. And for me, this is a really important step when I'm doing my eyebrows because it kind of gives me that fresh eyebrow look. So I always make sure to clean up after. And then once I apply the concealer, I like to just blend it away using a fluffy brush. This is a crease brush, but this is my favorite brush for cleaning off excess concealer. And I think that's another reason I like this NYX concealer so much for this, because it just buffs away so easily. Lastly, for the eyebrows, I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel and just top off that product. Now taking a fluffy tart brush, I'm just going to dust away the excess translucent setting powder. And I'm just going to go on top of all of that using a pressed powder foundation. You can definitely skip this step, but I always like to have both a liquid and a powder foundation. If anything, I feel like it sets my powder foundation longer. Today I'm going to be taking the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation in the shade Medium Beige, and I'm going to apply this using a fluffy brush. My lips are kind of dry because it is winter, so while I finish the rest of my face, I'm just going to apply the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb just to hydrate them a little bit. For contour today, I decided to bring back an OG, and that's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, and this is the powder version. For the contouring piece, I'm going to take the shades Java and Havana, and I'm just going to mix the two and use those as my contouring shades. I'm going to be contouring today with a Sephora dual-ended brush, and I'm going to use this more angled side to contour my cheeks and my forehead. And once I kind of have just a little bit of product left on the brush, I kind of stipple it in So that's really the cheek portion, and then using the same 2 shades, I'm gonna apply this to my forehead. And then for my forehead, I kind of just like to hold my hair back and kind of dust it on, just because this is a focal point to your face, so you don't want any harsh products or lines. And then typically what I like to do is take the other end of the brush, which is a little fluffier, and just kind of buff it a little bit, again to create a more natural, seamless application. Now I'm going to be taking the shades Banana and Sand and applying this under my eyes. For my nose contour, I'm going to take the shades Java and Fawn in a smaller, stiff brush. And I'm going to focus on working the product on the sides of my nose, building a soft line. You don't want any harsh lines. And then we're going to go ahead and bring that line upward towards the crease of your eye. And this really just helps to elongate the nose. And then I just add a little bit more on the tip of my nose. And to really blend out the product on my nose, I'm going to go in with the Morphe Y15 brush, and I'm just going to blend that product out. For highlight today, I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Armisi highlighter, because I really use no other highlighter but this one. I feel like I'm always using it in my videos, but I really do wear this almost every day. I'm going to apply this using I think this is just a crease brush from Tarte, but I feel like a smaller brush to me helps make the application more precise. So I like to use this brush. And then I'm just going to take it along the highest point of my cheeks and bring it upward. And then for the bridge of my nose, I like to take the product and put it on the edge of the brush, and then just build it going downward. And then I like to focus a little bit on the tip of my nose. Now I'm going to go in with blush, and today I'm going to be using the Tarte Amazonian Clay blush in the shade Seduce. Now I'm ready to go into my eyes, and I'm going to prime my lids using the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. So really with this product, I'm just gonna spread it all over my lid until under my eyebrow. And then on top of the eyeshadow primer, I'm just going to take a little bit more translucent setting powder and just dust that over my eyelids. I'm going to start off by taking the shade Come and Get It. By the way, if you haven't tried the Fenty Beauty brushes yet, these are some of the softest brushes I've ever tried. Next, I'm going to take the shade Spice Trip, which is a matte mauve shade, and a more precise, this is just a smaller crease brush, and I'm going to apply this to my crease to really build that crease out. So I'm going to go closer to my crease with this shade, and really it's just to deepen it. And I think these 2 shades together are gorgeous. And now I'm going to mix the shades Spice Trip and Henna C, and I'm going to apply this on the outer corner of my eye. And then I'm just going to focus on the outer, I guess 1/4 of the eye. And this just helps to open up the eye a little bit more. For my copper lid, I'm going to start off by taking the shade Desert Baked and a smaller eyeshadow brush. And I want to give that lid a little bit more dimension, so I'm going to go on top of that more copper shade. I'm going to go on top of it with this more rose gold shade. It's called Mirage. For the lower lash line, I'm going to start off by mixing the shades Come and Get It and Spice Trip. And at this point, you can kind of build out the shape. So I'm just making it more of a V. And now to add a little bit more dimension to my lower lash line, I'm going to go in with the shade Hennessy. And I'm going in very close to my lash line with this shade. To create my wing today, I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Fly Liner. For lashes today, I'm going to be going in with the Killa Lashes in the Style V. I'm going to go in and apply a couple swipes of the Tarte Tarteist Mascara. Now we're ready to move on to lips, so I'm going to start off by using the MAC Lip Liner in the shade Whirl. I'm going to top that off with the Fenty Stunna Lip Paint in the shade Uncuffed. Lastly, we're going to set everything using the MAC Prep and Prime Setting Spray. And this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and I'll see you guys next time. As always, make sure to subscribe if you like this video.